Okay, everybody, so the warm-up is the most important part of the workout. We're going to start by warming up our bodies. We're going to do yoga-like stretching for exercise, for warm-ups, and then we're going to jump into our actual movements, and then we're going to start with the actual exercises. So let's start by plant your feet firmly into the ground, feet hip width apart. Bring your arms in a circle up overhead. Push those shoulder blades back and down. And bring down into a prayer position. Circle your arms up again, keeping your shoulder blades back. And then slowly fall forward just like this. Stretch the back of your back and your hamstrings and your glutes out like that. Bring your left leg back into a lunge just like that. And stretch. Try to bring your hips down toward the floor. Look up, look up, look up, look up. Then into a downward facing dog. Bring your legs back like this. Push your fingertips into the ground. Push your toes into the ground and try to get your heels close to the ground. Good. Then bring your left leg straight up like this, back into a lunge, keeping your knee off the ground. Try to sink your hips down into the floor as much as you can. Sink those hips. Look up, look up, look up, look up. Then slowly stand up and stretch down in your lower back again like this. As you breathe in, raise your hands up above your head like this again. Shoulder blades back and down, but trying to reach your spine long. Stretch up, stretch your spine long. Down into a prayer position again. And keeping your shoulder blades back, circle your arms back up again. And bend forward, keeping your knees slightly bent. Stretch down your lower back, your hamstrings. Reach your right leg back. Stretch in a lunge. Sink those hips down into the floor. Look up. Then bring your hips back, downward facing dog. Try to get your heels toward the floor as best you can. Straighten your back. Lift your tailbone up toward the ceiling. This time we're going to sink down into a plank and into all fours position. We're going to lift our spine up like this, an upward facing dog. And back into downward facing dog. And we bring our right leg forward into a lunge. Drop that knee, drop those hips, sink those hips, look up, stretch your spine long. Try to reach your head toward the ceiling. Take a deep breath in here. As you breathe out, let your spine sink down just like this. Stretch the back, stretch the glutes, stretch the hamstrings, knees bent. As you breathe in, circle the arms up. Arms down in a prayer position, pushing those shoulder blades back and down. As you breathe in, bring arms up again. And again, sink down. Knees slightly bent, stretch that lower back. Now we're going to bring our left leg back into a lunge. Looking up, stretching your spine long, stretch, 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 sink those hips down. You should be feeling it in your hip flexors and your quads and your left leg right here. Breathe in really deep. Bring your feet back into a downward facing dog. Tailbones curling up, curl, curl, curl. Bring your spine down into a plank and into all fours and lift your spine up, stretching long, shoulder blades back and down. Breathe in deep here. Breathe out into a downward dog. Bring that left leg forward into a lunge. Look up, stretch your spine long. Feel a stretch all the way in your groin here. Breathe in deep here. And breathe out as you come up and stretch down. Bring your arms up. In a circle. Bring your hands down in a prayer position. Breathe out. Breathe in as your arms come up again. Sink down into the floor. Flex your body here. Back with the right leg into the lunge. We're going to add on to this sequence. Sink your hips down. Look up. Stretch your spine long. Breathe in here. Breathe out into a downward facing dog. Let your chest touch the floor, your belly in Megan's case. Lift your head up, stretch your spine long, shoulder blades back and down. And into a downward facing dog as you breathe out. We're going to take 3 breaths here. Tailbones pushing up toward the ceiling. Push your fingertips, especially your thumb and forefinger and index finger, into the ground. Then we're going to lift our right leg up as high as you can, toe pointing down. As best you can, you're going to bring your knee up into your right elbow, your right knee into your right elbow. Then you're going to bring it to your left elbow. Then you're going to push it straight through here. Lift up just like this, as best you can. Stay strong. Do the best you can with that. And back down. Good. Back into plank position. Back into downward dog. Lift your left leg as high as you can. And back into your left elbow. And into your right elbow. And then push straight through into a sideways plank. Good job, Linda. Looking good. Good job. And bring your arms back down into downward dog. Good. Bring your right leg up into a lunge. Stretch out. Feel that good stretch in there. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, stand up and sink your head down. As you breathe in, arms up. Breathe out into a prayer position. Excellent job, everyone. At home, watch out for your own bodies. Be careful. Go only to your own degree with any of these exercises. Make sure you take care of your body. It's the only one you'll ever get. Okay, so we're going to start with our specific exercises now. We're going to start with push-ups. Now, we've prearranged exactly how they're going to scale their exercises. Megan being pregnant, Linda is super, super fit. And so what we're going to, she denies it, but we're going to scale her exercise a little bit, meaning scale it back a little so it's not as hard. Dr. Perry's going to do the full-on CrossFit full movement, okay? So look, he's tough. Look at him. Yes, Dr. Perry. So yay to everyone. So we're going to go ahead and start with push-ups. Everyone's going to do their way. So a regular push-up is in a tight plank. Hold your body like this. Elbows in close to the body. Come down, chest touches the ground. All the way. We don't want to see this cheating stuff like this. Full motion is chest touches the ground. All the way up, stay in plank. We don't want any worming. We don't want any this sort of a thing. That is not a push-up. This is a push-up just like this. All the way down. So that's the full version of the exercise. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter because you keep the movement the same throughout the 40-day challenge, just as long as the movement stays the same, because we're going to score it, okay? So we score it by the lowest number of each round. So in 8 rounds, like we talked about in the introduction video, we're going to give it a score based on our lowest number of repetitions. So in push-ups, if I do 20 on the first one, and I really get after it, and then on the second one I do 16, and by the 8th round I do 4, my score is, everybody? 4, the lowest number of reps I get during a round. So with push-ups, we're going to show everyone what the exercise is going to be. So go ahead and do your version. We're going to do 5 of those. Go ahead and do that now and warm up. So Megan and Linda are on their knees, and Megan can't go all the way down to her chest because there's a baby in the way. Riot is his name, you think? So good. So everyone's going to do 5 of those. Good job. So stand back up. That's the first exercise. The second exercise is going to be squats. So squats are all going to be the same. Some movement cues on squats is that a full squat is important, but you can scale this accordingly. Some of you won't be able to go all the way down and will go just a partial squat like this. But a proper squat is where the crease of the hip goes below the knee and the back stays as vertical as possible. Some important movement cues are getting that hip down there. The other is that the knees track out over the toes. If your knees roll in, this is where people have problems with their knees in squats. This creates an abnormal torque. So my knees go straight over my big toe just like that. So that's one squat. So 1, 2, 3, just like that. So that was 3 squats. So even if you only go like this because of your fitness level, at least you're doing something. But try through the whole 40 days to keep the movement the same, okay? Very good. So let's try squats now. So go ahead. Very, very, very good. Everybody here is a natural. Good job. Well done, guys. Okay, so they're going to be doing as many of those as they can in the round. The next exercise is going to be sit-ups. So go ahead and lie on your backs. So sit-ups are going to be, oh, that's right. Megan is going to do a plank position. She's going to hold a plank like that for as many seconds as possible during the round. So she's going to hold that for as long as possible. Her score is going to be the lowest number of seconds she holds during any given round. So you two go ahead and do sit-ups. So a sit-up is back all the way touching the ground till your chest goes as high up as you can. So Linda's going to do a crunch type sit-up. Dr. Perry's going to do a sit-up till he's all the way almost completely vertical. Okay? Good job, team. So let's go ahead and stand up. The next exercise is a burpee. A burpee is one of the most challenging metabolic exercises or cardiovascular exercises that we can do. So some of you are going to do a full burpee, which looks like this. Into a plank position, touch your chest, come up, step up, jump up, and clap. The regulation is that you jump 6 inches up into the air, but wherever your fitness level, it doesn't matter. So one scaled down version is where you don't actually do the push-up, but you still do a burpee. Some people call this a squat thrust, where you come out just like this, you plank out, and then you stand up, jump up, and clap. For some of you, that will be too much. So we're scaling that to another level, and if you can't do this, let us know. But I think that anyone should be able to do that like that. You straighten, you push your leg back and raise your arms up overhead, and then come back like this. You raise your arms up overhead and come back like this. So whatever version you're going to do, then go ahead and pick that and keep that the same through the whole exercise. So one very important thing is make sure you only go to your own degree as you do these, because I can't be there with you and coach you, we got to make sure that you're safe and you take care of your body. But whatever you do, make it challenging, but err on the side of too easy, because as you'll see, these intervals get very, very hard and they're challenging. So whatever exercise you're going to do, pick that out now, and we're going to begin the exercises in just a little bit. So as we start the exercise, we're going to go again. The first phase is going to be 4 minutes of just push-ups. We're just going to do that. Then I'll say stop the video if you're in phase 1, and then we'll move on to phase 2, phase 3, and phase 4, and so on. So we're going to begin in just a few seconds here. So any questions from any of our workout experts now? So in 10 seconds, we're going to start just doing push-ups. We're going to do 4 rounds of 20 seconds on and 10 seconds off. Okay, no questions? So you start standing. So each round you're going to start standing. So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. So everyone's going to count their seconds and count their positions. So that's 10 seconds in. You're halfway there. Keep track of your own number of repetitions. 17, 3, 2, 1, rest. Rest any position you want. 3, 2, 1, exercise. Pace yourselves, everybody. A steady, even pace is the best way. 10 seconds in this interval. 3, 2, 1, rest. Rest completely between rounds. 3, 2, 1, move. 3, 2, 1, rest. 3, 2, 1, move. 3, 2, 1, rest. I messed up the interval, but keep exercising anyway. 3, 2, 1, move. 3, 2, 1, rest. Good job, guys. This is when it gets hard. This is when you start getting more fit. 3, 2, 1, move. 3, 2, 1, rest. Good job. 3 more for this exercise. Good job. Rest. Rest fully. 3, 2, 1, move. Just do what you can. Just run what you brung. Three, 2, 1, rest. 2 more intervals for push-ups. After that is squats.
Good job, guys.
Good job, gang.
Good job.
Keep it up. 3, 2, 1, move. Just this one and one more. Hang in there. Three, 2, 1, rest. 3, 2, 1, move. Good job, guys. Good job.
Good work.
3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, by executive decision, we're going to get an extra minute of rest. It will not harm you in any way. Its rest is good.
Good job.
So 1 minute. Good job, guys.
Good
You're doing
job.
great. We have a minute of rest. Breathe deeply. So if you are done with, if this is phase 1, you turn off the video and you're done. If this is phase 2 for you, you're going to go on to squats. So if you're in the first 10 days, you just did the push-ups for 10 days. The second round is going to be push-ups, then squats.
Of course.
Okay, 30 seconds.
Good job.
Okay, 15 seconds. Okay, we're going right into squats. So remember your score is the lowest number around. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Good. Good. Ten seconds in. Good, even pace. Everybody's looking good. Great squats. 3, 2, 1. Rest. 3, 2, 1. Go. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Looking good. Shake your legs.